Hey Libra, it's Rebecca from Being Human Tarot here with your February 2019 reading. I've been away for a few months, so thanks for bearing with me. This month I'll be reading with the Fountain Tarot, so if you end up liking the illustrations and want to know more about that deck, I'll link to it in the description below. For 2019, I want to recreate how I do these readings, but for the purposes of February, I wasn't really on top of my shit enough to do that for you, and so you're just gonna get, or not just, I really like this spread, but I'm going to be using the spread that I've done in months past, which is, as a reminder, a 3-card spread with the first card indicating what to focus on this month, the second card indicating what to set aside this month, and the third card indicating an additional consideration for the month. So with that, I'll get into your reading. I've already shuffled and drawn your cards. And for your focus of the month, you drew the Knight of Coins reversed. The Knight of Coins is typically, or is, not typically, is the slowest knight of the 4 knights. He's standing completely still with, you can't see on this card, but in most other decks that sort of traditionally follow Smith Rider-Waite, you'll see that the horse has all 4 legs planted on the ground, and this one has the same depiction of the knight sort of steadfastly holding and concentrating deeply on the pentacle that he has in his hands. So it's really a focus on that, and it's a focus on being slow and deliberate, not rushing. But it's reversed as your focus, which shows that you're being a bit impatient with the pace of whatever you're approaching this month. You want things to be going faster, and it's pentacles or coins, whichever you prefer to use, and so that means that this could be related to a finance thing, a job thing, anything earthly. So that could be a body thing. Those are kind of like 3 main categories that coins and pentacles tend to represent. So if you're feeling like an area within one of those categories is not moving fast enough, and you wish you were like, come on, let's get this show going, you're just gonna have to sit with it this month. You're gonna have to ride it out. Sorry, it's terrible. At the slower pace, because that's what, for whatever reason, is going to be different for all of you. That's what you need. So I know it's difficult, especially if it's something more challenging that you kind of just want to get through. Just know that the slower pace is intentional, and to try to embrace it as best you can. In your position of what to set aside this month, you drew the Queen of Swords. Who is all about boundaries, which I know it's not the easiest thing for you, Libra. You're a people pleaser. You want people to get along. You don't want to throw up immediate boundaries. However, it's in your position of what to set aside. And so it's actually sort of, the message is something that might resonate with you a little bit more easily, and that's to, it's not saying that you've been overly harsh. Maybe you had set some boundaries with someone or a certain situation that made sense and served a particular point of time, but now things have changed, and it's time to kind of soften on those boundaries a little bit. Maybe let people in a little bit more. Don't take that at complete face value, I would never want to suggest that you should soften boundaries to someone who has a history of hurting you or anything like that. So it's more of an invitation to examine the different people in your life, all of them. And if you feel like a relationship or a situation has changed, then revisit it. Then consider, based on that change, how might I adjust my reactions to them? And maybe you don't feel that way about anyone, and that's fine. Could be it's more related to other situations like work, where it's not specifically a person at work, but it's more of what you're open to job-wise. Maybe you in the past had thrown up like boundaries where it's like, this is my career path, I need to continue on because I've been doing this. Maybe now you're feeling like, is it though? Like, how set in stone am I going to keep myself? And how arbitrary are those restraints? Could it be time to kind of move them back a bit, see what else, I'm capable of doing? So just kind of keep that in mind this month. And for your additional consideration and your final third card, you drew the Wheel of Fortune, which has come up for several signs this month, but in different positions. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't silence my phone. There we go. So the Wheel of Fortune in additional consideration is really showing you that change is on the horizon. And now is a good time to prepare for it. So I know that's like very broad, but the Wheel of Fortune is such a like huge universal kind of like energy of so many things, because it's just time, changing, the wheel going around. As I mentioned to several other signs, there's no reversal because it's a circle. So it's the same, upright and reversed. And it is likely to be kind of like a cosmic, like positive change that you're going to want to embrace. And so, but that doesn't mean that it won't come without challenges or like adjustments to what's normal and comfortable to you. So just keep in mind that there could be something on the horizon here for you that like things are, like we live on a globe that turns, right? So things are changing, seasons change. There's some bigger change coming for you soon. Perhaps it'll be next month, perhaps it's further out, but for whatever reason, the cards want you to know this month that this is upcoming. So keep it in mind. That's it for your reading for February. I hope that you found it useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I upload videos before the first of every month. And if you subscribe and then hit the bell icon, you'll be automatically notified as soon as I do that. So it just takes some of the guesswork out of if I've uploaded, makes it easy. And that's it, Libra. I hope you have a great February. Bye.